the interview with the former police officer that was sent back. He was almost there.
Turned around, yeah.
And he got told, no, it's all right.
Yeah.
It's under control. We don't need you.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. G'day, everyone. Welcome to the Bothy. I'm Chris.
G'day, I'm Al.
Got a bit of an important update on Bike Boy versus Dan Andrews today, mate.
Our favourite person we like to make squirm. Yeah.
So it's sort of a Clayton's, as Jack Thompson used to say, sort of a Clayton's exclusive. It's the exclusive when you don't have an exclusive.
The drink, but not really drink.
Yeah, exactly right. From all those years ago. So we say this is an exclusive and we say it's breaking news, but the news has been available to anybody who wanted to look it up for about 10 days. But the mass media have not.
No one has got on it at all.
Wonder why that is, mate.
Well, we know why that is.
Election year?
Well,
got to protect their advertising assets.
Yeah, they don't want any negativity.
Exactly right.
More than they can take.
Exactly right. They don't want to press any buttons. What we do need to just stipulate is that this will be before the federal court. So we don't want to do anything that could jeopardise that.
No.
So we need to be pretty careful with what we say. Not that we've got anything to do with it. We're just bystanders. Having said that, according to federal court documents filed, we can tell you today that Daniel and Catherine Andrews, as the respondents, have not filed or served a defence with the federal court in relation to the defamation case they are facing. This was to have been served to the federal court by 4 p.m. on the 19th of December, 2025.
But unfortunately, he went to hospital on the 17th.
Yeah, well, before the 17th.
Yeah. So,
and he was there for quite a number of days. I don't know whether he's still there.
It seems to be kind of perfect timing.
Yeah, it was.
But on the other hand, his defence should still be his defence, and they should be able to still, like...
I'm sure he wasn't sitting down on the 16th or 17th of December and saying, right, how are we going to defend this? Surely they...
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, nothing filed on the federal court.
So that... Well, we were talking before, could that be taken as contempt of court?
Yeah, well, we'll go through what that could be, mate. Just so that we're clear, this is public access information that we are accessing through Comcourt. The last document filed in this case was on the 24th of November by Dan Andrews submitting a notice of address for service. So he's obviously moved recently.
Yep.
China?
Hiding.
China, I reckon.
Yeah. Or North Korea. Who knows?
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. Yeah. So if you do miss the court-ordered deadline, what can happen? So we've got, this is straight from the court website. You could be held in contempt of court.
Yep.
You could receive monetary penalties, fines or compensation for lost time or expenses. Seizure of assets.
The court can authorise the seizure and sale of property to satisfy debts.
Golf clubs. Take them.
Well, you can't use them anywhere.
Exactly right.
No one will let them play on their courses.
Exactly right. Garnishment of wages. Will they accept the yuan?
The Chinese currency. I'm sure they will.
This is my favourite. Community service, being ordered to perform community service or attend specific programs like maybe a parenting course or a clean your own statue day. And of course, the ultimate.
The ultimate?
If you keep doing it.
If you keep doing it.
You go to the big ass.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be super.
How would Dan go on the big ass?
Not well.
They probably wouldn't listen to him as much as his constituents did for whatever reason.
No, definitely not.
So it was reported on the 17th of December that Dan Andrews had been admitted to hospital a few days earlier, but was in a stable condition. There was reports of a stroke, but that was denied. I'm thinking it's more like angina caused by years of heavy smoking or eating fatty foods.
Yeah. Or just an out-and-out panic attack because he's shitting himself.
Yeah. Similar to the anxiety he caused millions of Australians.
Yeah.
All those years ago, mate.
Goes around, comes around, eh?
Going around and coming around. But what could it be? I mean, if we could wish anything upon him.
Which wouldn't be nice.
No, it's not going to be something.
Let's be honest.
Yeah. It's not going to be something.
What would it be?
Kidney stones?
Kidney stones.
That hurts like fuck.
Well, my friends had them. They are painful.
Exactly right.
Testicular torsion. That's
where the spermatic cord twists, cutting off blood supply and leading to severe pain and swelling.
Oh, that's
got to hurt.
That sounds bad.
Testicular torsion. Have you got that, Dan? Speaking of twisted bowel, I had a friend that had a twisted bowel.
That would be agony.
Vomiting.
Agony.
Everything coming out one end. Nothing going out the other, mate.
Oh, good old-fashioned shingles.
Shingles. What is that?
I'm scratching, but I don't know what it is.
It hurts like hell. My favourite, mate. Trigeminal neuralgia.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
This has got another name on the internet, but we're not allowed to use that word on YouTube. So Google it. Please Google trigeminal neuralgia. It's intense shock-like facial pain from damage to the trigeminal nerve. I wonder if you can get it from constantly lying and laughing in people's face.
We are strengthening the lockdown as well from 11:59 p.m. tonight. There will be a curfew on advice from the Chief Health Officer from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. each and every day. That comes into effect from tonight. That is on direct advice from the Chief Health Officer.
So Dan said that, but Brett Sutton had another version of those events.
Yeah, funny that.
Well, what about this one?
The roadway was clear. We turned, we were about to accelerate to then move down the road. And he crashed at such force into the side of the car. He came from the right on our eye line, if you like, hit around that mirror on the side and the wheel.
We've turned right into Ridley Street and a kid's come flying through on the bike path.
Yep.
And we've hit him.
Or this one.
There will be no compensation, none whatsoever, paid to the East West Consortium.
The deal means the government will pay the consortium $339 million to cover its initial costs.
It just goes on and on, doesn't it? I think in 1984, the book, they called it doublespeak.
Why is he so Teflon coated, mate? What? People voted this guy in 3 times.
I don't know, mate. What? Well, on one side, you can say if you are unionised, you got to vote Labour because they've got your back.
Yeah, but
he's
barely a tradie left in Australia, mate.
But all it is,
who are those unions?
It's about the bottom line. Everybody's trying to get on the union sites because they get so much more money.
I don't know what it is, but he had a lot of power. He had a lot of support in the mass media.
He did.
So,
but a lot of people believed the bullshit, so they went along with it, thinking he's got our best interests at, like what bloody Ardennes and New Zealand did as well.
Exactly.
It's like if you fear for your life and your children's lives, and there's a guy going, "You must do this," you're like, "Yeah, go."
Now, there's also a podcast coming up, which is going to be absolutely fascinating. So that's released on the 7th of January.
Bike Boy, the true crime podcast.
Just after 1 p.m, police officer Scott Hanley was called to a near-fatal car crash.
The Bombshell Review found Victoria Police were involved in an overt cover-up to avoid implicating a political figure in a life-threatening incident.
What happened next would change Australian political history. I'm Rowan Wen, and this is Bike Boy, the true crime podcast. Moments before Officer Hanley arrived at the crash site, he was told to stand down.
On the day of the crash, I was allocated the job, but then, moments before I made it to the crime scene, I was told to stand down. At the time, it didn't make any sense. But looking back almost 12 years later, sadly, it makes a lot of sense.
But I think it is time for the former Premier to answer questions to this family who, to their credit, have not been dissuaded by the fact that they're up against a very powerful political family, but have continued to fight for justice.
Which is why Scott and a team of investigators have been examining the crash on behalf of Ryan Muirman, the boy who was almost killed that day. And you won't believe what they found out. Why was so much crash evidence ignored? Why was some evidence destroyed? And how did the future Premier of Victoria, Australia and his wife avoid any criminal charges over their involvement in the crash that almost killed a child? Who lied? Who broke laws? And does anyone still need to face criminal charges? Please join me, Rowan Wen, for Bike Boy, the true crime podcast.
A 6-part podcast, but it's all being released on one day on the 13th anniversary of the actual crash.
Yes.
So 7 January 2026 is the 13th anniversary. It's called Bike Boy, a true crime podcast. We'll leave a link to the Bike Boy website today where you can get onto the podcast. But that podcast, all 6 episodes will be available on the 7th of January on the website, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Boomplay, Player FM, and Podchaser.
Well, not even heard of half of them.
Yeah, well, I haven't heard of Boomplay or Podchaser.
Maybe we could get on it.
Maybe we should. So a 6-part podcast covering the crash and the cover-up, the emergency calls, that's interesting, the smashed windscreen, Ryan being a political problem, a rough decade, which it has been, and justice on trial. And that's going to point out how the new Chief Commissioner of Police will respond to new evidence.
Well, the one I find interesting is the interview with the former police officer that sent back. He was almost there.
Turned around,
And he got told, no, it's all right.
Yeah.
It's under control. We don't need you.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't going to comply, was he?
No.
He might have been an honest to God police officer that was going to make them do a breath test. It was going to like take photos of the scene or have somebody take photos of the scene. It was going to be done as it should have been done.
Actually take some notes. Yeah, exactly right. And he's now part of the investigating team.
That's
unreal.
That is superb.
It is. Yeah. I agree. The other thing that's going to be really interesting, mate, is previously unreleased emergency services recordings. Is that other witnesses, the other people that called, did people call 5 or 6 minutes ahead of Dan Andrews?
Yeah, well, it seems like they did, didn't they?
Yeah. It sounds like something's happened. And obviously we want to know what the new evidence is. It'll be really interesting. So that podcast will be must listen.
Yep.
We'll listen to it on the 6th and we'll do a little show of what we think. So 2026, mate, it could finally be the year of reckoning for one of Australia's most powerful politicians.
Oh, we can only hope.
Can we?
We can only hope, man.
It feels like momentum is gathering.
Yep.
Where what you've sown is finally going to be reaped. And what you said earlier, what's gone around is
coming back around.
Mate. So what happens when Teflon gets scratched, mate?
It's not good, but you can't talk about that on YouTube.
You can't, can you? No. But it does feel like there's a little chip.
Yeah, definitely. I'd be interested to see what sort of thing the court puts on him for not getting it done by the 19th. Because if it was you or I...
hospital wouldn't matter.
Nah, definitely.
We'd have to walk back into court with our arms and legs
amputated. But the thing is, it was for his wife as well, who maybe have been in the hospital visiting him, but like there was nothing wrong with her.
The lawyers went.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah. So
they wouldn't have been starting to put their defence together in those last 4 days. It's going to be really interesting, mate. You're 100% right because Teflon Dan, nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens at all.
But he isn't wrapped up in cotton wool like he was back then. So.
Maybe. Let us know what you think, everybody. It's going to be really interesting. A lot's going to happen over the next month between now and sort of mid-February. And it's going to be really interesting to see what this new evidence is. I can't wait.
Do you think he's more likely to settle or go to court?
It's felt to me from the get-go like he is most likely to settle. And
he was putting it off for as long as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that would mean a non-disclosure, so no admission of guilt, all that sort of thing.
And no one would know how much.
But you and I, and everybody watching this knows that if he makes a payment...
He's guilty.
He's guilty.
Yep.
In our eyes, he's guilty. You and I hope it goes to court because we want to see him square.
Yes.
I hope Ryan gets whatever Ryan wants out of it.
Yeah, I think the same. I think at the end of the day, it's what the family needs to get out of it.
Yeah.
It's nothing to do with us just because we want to put on a good show and like... We support him. We're not supporting him to say for the numbers.
No.
We're supporting him for him.
Yeah.
It's all about him. Yeah. If they think the settlement's going to be good enough, they should just go for it.
Take it. Yeah. And then hopefully the new police commissioner gets on board with the evidence. The odds of that happening
what are the chances,
feel slim.
Yeah. What are the chances?
Yeah, because Vic Pole's never going to turn on Vic Pole. But what you said there is 100% right. Whatever's best for Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ryan, hang in there, mate, because you are very nearly over the line with this one. It feels like you've finally got the man on the run and you're making real headway. You should be really proud of the way you've hung in there. So keep working at it, mate. You're doing an amazing job. You're making the rest of Victorians and Australians really, really proud to be on your side. So keep at it.
Yeah, good on you, pal.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone. Let us know what you think.
See you guys.
See ya.
There will be no removal of masks to consume alcohol outdoors. So you will no longer be able to remove your mask to drink a cocktail at a pop-up beer garden on a footpath as part of a pub crawl. Playgrounds, basketball courts, skate parks and exercise equipment, despite the fact that it's outdoors, will be closed from 11:59 p.m. tonight. This spreads amongst kids and we just can't have those potential transmission sites open.